Hey guys, it's Jay from Skull Gaming Network. Welcome to another YouTube video of mine. Merry Christmas. Today I am here with my co-host from the Devil's After Dark podcast, Devil's Rejects.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Devil's Rejects from the Devil's After Dark podcast, where we talk about anything from Retro Bowl to, just a couple guys hanging out on a Saturday morning, having a good time. So, I hope you take a listen. I hope you enjoy. And if you have any suggestions, hit us up.
And today, we are proud to present Retro Bowl game. In today's video, you will see 54 Retro Bowlers compete in 6 Squid Game-style Retro Bowl events to determine who will be crowned Retro Bowl game champion.
Event number 1, red light, green light. In this event, each individual player will have to get a certain amount of rush yards. They're set by Skull, playing on 3 minutes extreme, and myself, playing on 1 minute easy. Good luck.
Event 2 is defense cutters. It's like cookie cutters, but where you're trying to cut through the defense with your offensive players. There's going to be a selection of 4 challenges. You'll either have to use your quarterback, running back, wide receiver, or tight end to successfully complete this challenge.
Event number 3, marbles, where each player will be paired up with possibly the best friend or enemy, depending how you see things. And in this event, each opponent will guess if their opposing opponent has scored odd or even in the best out of 5 weeks.
Event 4 is Tug of War. For Tug of War, we will take 8 games of point differentials. We'll have teams of 3. Whichever team of 3 has a higher point differential of the 2 that are matched up will advance. The team that doesn't do as well will be eliminated. Teams will be decided randomly. Matchups will be decided randomly.
Event number 5, lights out. In this event, you have 1 kicker, play 1 game, and most kicking yards moves on.
And event 6, our final event, is Retro Bowl game. How this will work, we are having all of our players that make it to the finale submit weeks 1 through 18 of a year 2 save. We will spin a wheel. It will land on game 1 through game 17. Of course, there's a bye week mixed in as well. For that specific game, in order within the season, whoever has the lowest point differential will be eliminated. Then we'll have another round, do another wheel spin for a different week. The lowest point total that week will be eliminated, and we'll repeat that until we only have 1 player left who will be our Retro Bowl game champion. As for how we came up with this event, Devil's Rejects and myself are both part of the staff for the official Discord server for New Star Games, the creator of Retro Bowl, along with Retro Goal, and a number of other games. In our staff chat, there is some discussion, should there be a server for the event? My mind immediately jumped to Squid Game and combining that with Retro Bowl. I posted the idea. Most of the staff didn't really like it, but Devils had coincidentally been discussing a similar concept with somebody else around the same time, so we came together, merged our ideas, and came up with Retro Bowl game. So those are our 6 events. That is how we came up with the idea for Retro Bowl game. But before we jump into our events, let's meet all 54 of our competitors. Player 1 from YouTube. Hey guys, it's Jay from Skull Gaming Network.
I'll get you, my pretty. Player number 2 from the Wizard of Oz, Jonah Tin Can.
Player number 003 from Instagram, Billy.
It's me, Mr. Player 004, yours truly, Crown Royale.
Yo, what's up? Player 005 here. It's Braze from your Retro Bowl quarterback's mom's house, and I'm representing the Houston Texans, clearly the best team in the league. Let's see how this goes.
Player 6 from Twitter, Avy Football.
007 from Houston. It's Rejects. Devil's Rejects.
Player 008, coming from Discord, it is Battershell.
Oi, player 009 from Jurassic Park, it's Dino Man, Tyre.
Hey guys, I'm Cartman Productions, aka number 10 and I'm a Retro Bowl YouTuber. You can subscribe to me if you want. I mean, you don't have to, but you could if you want. Anyway, I'm from Minnesota. I'm a Packer fan, and I think I'm the dark horse in this competition.
Player number 11 from Discord, Arrington.
Player 12, it's a website. Tweet, 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 Twitter.
Next, we have player 13. Coming all the way from Discord, it is Big Sim.
Player 014 from Discord. Well, he doesn't need a name.
Player 15 from Twitter. Guns up, it's Texas Tech.
Next, we have player 016 from Discord. Of course, an idiot.
Okay, lads, I'm going to be player number 17 representing the Bills from the Uni Boys team. I'm Teddy. Probably going to lose, but hoping for the best. Go Bills.
Player number 018 via, is this correct? Yeah. Via email. Coach Andy.
What's up? What's happening? It is player 19 from a TikTok. I don't even know what a TikTok is. It is big A. I am muted. Walt 99YT. Isn't YT YouTube? But he from TikTok. I'm so confused.
Coming from Discord, it's player 20. 2021? More like 2007.
Player 21 from Twitter. Cal.
Huh? Oh boy! It's player 22 from Discord. RoboChan.
Player 23 from Discord, it is Blocks Gamer.
Player 024 from Minnesota, only 2 calls away.
You know what's funnier than 24? 25 from Discord. Colcorn.
Player 26 from the street. It's Elmo.
Number 027 from Ed, and Eddie. It's Boarded One. That's not his name. Sorry, blank.
Player 28, hailing both internetalities of Discord and Twitter, it is Godman.
Number 29. He's not the Cardinals quarterback. It's Kyler.
Player 30, he's an OG. He's a mod for Discord, for YouTube. It's Buxton Season, aka Culver Towns.
Number 031. He likes Reddit. It's Dry Memer Guy.
Player 32, he's not really a bad guy, but it is Criminal Element.
Player 33. He's part of the RFNA. It's Rotten Sports.
Número 034 de Panamá. Soy yo.
Player 35, he's not actually dangerous. It's Bluefire. Player 36 made this track about Skull. It's Tice Gum. Tice, baby.
Player 37 from Instagram is Austin.
Gosh, it's 38. I don't exist. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Player 39 via Twitter, Atticus.
Player 040 from Twitter. Epic Sign 2.
Oh, Loretta, I'm just trying to record.
Oh, I'm player 41. I'm basically God. My name is Gators.
Player 42 from Discord, it's Guardy.
Player 43 from the netherworld. I dare for money.
Player 44 helps me with a lot of my thumbnails. It is Twilight.
Player number 045 in my actual mailbox. Twitter in mail.
Player 46 from the Apple Store, we have iPhone.
Player 47 from Discord, it's Sergey.
Hey, yo, player 048. He's my son. Cold-hearted CH. Let's go.
Player 49 from Discord, it's not my Slef, it's your Slef.
Player 50, it's peanut butter jelly time. But just the peanut butter jelly.
Player 51 from Twitter, we have Noah Random.
Player number 053.
That's not the number.
051.
No! In between.
052.
Yes!
Doesn't actually exist. Ethan.
That's not how you say it.
Ethan.
No!
Ethan.
Yes!
Player 53, hailing from Discord, it's Najisk.
And last, but certainly not least, player 054. He's from Twitter. It's SLU bowling.
And now here is event 1, red light, green light.
My first attempt at the rushing yards, I did on 1 minute easy, and then I went 2 beast mode on it, and I got 252 rushing yards. Who am I, Marshawn Lynch?
And on my attempt with 3-minute quarters extreme difficulty, I went off. My goal was to run every play I did except for 1 or 2 where I passed on 4th and long to get a first down and extend drives. But mixed in there, I had a turnover on 4th down and I had a fumble, so my game went to overtime, which made my stats pretty crazy. I ended up with 74 carries for 359 rushing yards.
That man went to overtime? I couldn't even make it past regulation. But anyways, based on our original range, only 10 people would have advanced.
But only having 10 people advance would have been terrible for the sake of content. I realized it wasn't exactly fair for me to have gone to overtime because most people thought I got all of my yards in regulation. So Devils and I made an executive decision to keep more people alive by allowing him to redo his 1 minute quarter easy difficulty attempt and get a new total that would be the new bottom end of our range.
Yup, an audible we did indeed call. And I replayed my game, got 127 yards. Bro, you suck. But yeah, that was a new minimum.
And even doing that, we still lost 13 players. Some were confused.
Okay, plus 10. You got it, plus 12. So that's 56 total right now. Alright, we got this, Easy win. 3 yards. That's 102.
No, Teddy, that's 3 total rushing yards. That's your first positive rushing play of the day.
And believe it or not, one guy went over the range.
And we had 11 people who didn't get to the bare minimum of 127 yards. So overall, in round 1, we lost 13 players. Those 13 players were player 2, player 6, player 12, player 16, player 17, player 18, player 37, player 38, player 39, player 40, player 45, player 48, and player 53. And now for event 2, defense cutters. Alrighty guys, I am here on a Discord call with my co-host Devil's Rejects. I'm currently sharing my screen so he can see the wheel spins as I do them as we set the challenges for event 2.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Great to be here, and I want to thank everyone for participating in the first event, and good luck moving forward.
Well said. So I have 2 wheels. We're going to double random it. So I'm going to click the first wheel. We're going to do our first spin, and that is going to be for the first group number. So the first group that we are going to be selecting for is group number 4. If you put a 4 on the form for event 1, this is for you. And then we have our 4 challenges. The 4 challenges are to get 300 plus wide receiver receiving yards in a game, or to get 250 plus tight end receiving yards in a game, 200 plus running back, oh, I typoed, I said rushing yards. It should say running back receiving yards in a game, or 150 plus quarterback rushing yards in a game. So group 4 is going to have to... Oh, quarterback rushing yards? No, running back receiving yards. So group 4 needs to get 200 plus running back receiving yards in a game. Now here we go with our next wheel spin. The next group we will be selecting for, gosh, the wheel is lagging. That's annoying. But it is spinning. Is it going to land on 1? Or is it going to get to 3? Okay, it landed on group 1. Group 1, your challenge is going to be, let's see, wait for it, 250 plus tight end receiving yards. That's a pretty good one. Group 1 should be happy with that. But now, let's see, the wheel spin between group 2 and 3. Holy lag, I think it's going to land on group 3. No, group 2. 3, 2, 3. Group 3.
Group
So
3.
group 3 will get whatever the challenge wheel lands on, and whatever the challenge wheel doesn't land on, group 2 will have to do. Group 3. Okay, come on, wheel. Actually spin. Don't be frozen. I should have picked a better website, shouldn't I have?
Yeah, that's why we don't do sketchy websites, kids.
Alrighty, it's gonna land on. Okay, I can't tell if it's actually slowing down or if it just froze. But I promise this is random. Oh boy, it froze, didn't it? It's at 300 wide
There it goes.
receiving yards. So group 3, 300 plus wide receiver receiving yards. That's the easiest challenge. Group 2, 150 quarterback rushing yards should be the most difficult. Good luck to everybody in all of the groups.
For Group 1, the challenge was to get 250 plus tight end receiving yards. Of course, 035 chickened out, but everyone else advanced.
And for group 2, our challenge was to get 150 or more quarterback rushing yards. For me, it was super easy. I believe I had 35 carries for 325 yards. So I doubled up the challenge. Everybody else in group 2 completed things successfully as well. Besides, I believe one player. The one player we did lose was player 32 from group 2. But otherwise, a very strong effort.
On to Group 3. The challenge was to get 300 plus wide receiver receiving yards. This was intended to be the easiest challenge. But 044, 051, 052 all failed to complete the challenge. Everyone else advanced.
In group 4, which was a relatively small group, all they had to do is get 200 or more running back receiving yards. And every single person that was a part of group 4 successfully completed their challenge. The only group to have a perfect 100% survival rate, despite the challenge in theory being the second most difficult. And overall, in round 2, we lost 5 players total. We lost player 32, we lost player 35, we lost player 44, we lost player 51, and we lost player 52. So at this point, we have 36 players still alive, and 18 players have been eliminated.
And now, for event number 3, marbles. So for this event, we kind of noticed who was becoming friends in the server, who was mortal enemies, and like who we knew from different leagues to different servers on who was good friends and who would be heartbroken if they took the other person out.
So for example, we paired player 5 and player 10. It's Braze and Cartman Productions, both up-and-coming Retro Bowl YouTubers. I paired myself with player 7, my co-host Devils. 36 and 42, great friends for multiple years. We had to pair them together. Player 4 and player 34 worked together very well, so they got paired together. Player 9 and 41, very intense Retro Bowl rivals, so they got paired together. You guys kind of get the point. We paired friends, we paired rivals, and then for the last few groups, we kind of said, well, if 2 people use Twitter, pair them. If 2 people use Instagram, pair them. So we tried to keep things as spicy as possible. And I decided that Event 3 Marbles was my time to bow out. I want Devils to be the champion if he can be. And Marbles is such a 50-50 game. I sent him my scores. I said, get your perfect 5 out of 5. I want you to advance to the next round. I'm going to eliminate myself here. As for the marbles results themselves, I did take the loss to Devils. He got all 5 correct. I got 2 correct. I just did random guesses. I didn't want it to be super obvious by me losing 5-0. So that's why I did take a couple points. And then player 36 beat player 42. 2-1. Player 43 beat player 19 3-2. Player 34 beat player 4 4-0. Player 25 beat player 22 2-1. Player 24 beat player 23 4-3. Player 9 beat player 41 5-4. Player 13 beat player 20 4-3. And player 54 beat player 50 4-2.
On to more matchups. 049 forfeited to 003. 026 defeated 027 2-1. 029 won versus 008 in a forfeit. 014 beat 011 3-1. 015 beat 033 2-0. 028 defeated 031 in a forfeit. 030 had a perfect score and beat 021 5-3. In our featured matchup, Braze and Cartman went 12 rounds. 12 rounds? You know how many games that is? Well, obviously it's 12, but that's nuts. 12 perfect rounds.
Alright, we're gonna play some marbles versus It's Braze, Battle of the YouTubers here, and I'm gonna be basing my guesses off of this save file of his that he sent in a Discord server. Don't know if this is the one he's using, but just in case it is, we're gonna be guessing it. And the one I'm using is one I've never sent to anyone, so I'm sure I'm pretty safe. But yeah, let's get into this. Round 1, I guess odd, because that's what his first game was.
Correct.
Alright, correct. Good. We might be on to him. That might be the save he's using. I don't know.
Yeah, in the alternate universe, it's me, Braze. Oh, this is gonna be too easy. Round 1, odd.
Correct.
Let's go.
But round 2, I predict odd again.
Correct.
Alright, that actually might be the one he's using, because we're 2 for 2 so far.
Round 2, gotta be even.
Incorrect.
Incorrect. Whatever.
Round 3, I choose odd.
Incorrect.
Alright, so apparently that's not the one he's using, but I think I'm gonna keep going with odds because he seems like an odd player, if you know what I mean.
On to round 3. I have to go even.
Correct.
Let's go. I told you it's gonna be white. Let's go down round 4. Round 4, even.
Incorrect.
Incorrect? Again? Now you incorrect.
Round 4, I choose odd.
Incorrect.
Alright, we've only gotten 2 right out of the 4, so we're not doing so good. Hopefully he's not doing good either. Round 5, I will choose even because, I mean, he's bound to get an even score sometime.
Correct.
We got 3 out of 5.
Well, round 5, odd.
Correct.
Let's go. Look at that. I'm gonna win it. Well, anyway, round 6. Let's go odd again.
Incorrect.
Whatever.
This is going into overtime because It's Braze also got 3 out of 5. So round 6, I will choose odd.
Incorrect.
But he also got one incorrect, so this is going into double overtime. On to round 7, odd again.
Correct.
Alright, correct.
Round 7. Let's go even.
Correct.
Round 8. I thought it was supposed to be 7 rounds. Whatever. Odd.
Correct.
Let's go.
He got his correct too, so another round of overtime. How long is this going to go? Round 8, I choose odd once again.
Correct.
Alright, correct. He's still got his correct too. He's doing pretty good. We each got 5 points. Round 9, I'm going to choose odd. I feel like odds are the way to go.
Correct.
Hopefully he doesn't get his. Alright, correct.
Round 9. Let's go. Odd again.
Correct.
For the win. Round 10. Like extra innings in baseball? What in the Astros bringing trash cans going on here? Whatever. Even.
Correct.
But he did get his. The score is 6-6 in 9 rounds. On to round 10. This is taking a while. Round 10. I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna go even.
Correct.
Alright, we got that one correct. He also got his correct though. So this is gonna take a while. 7-7. Round 11. I will pick odd.
Correct.
And get that correct.
Round 1-1. A weapon? Let's go odd.
Correct.
And he also got his correct. That's not good, but I think we can do this. We're on a roll. I mean, he's on a roll too, but hopefully we can get this in round 12. I will choose odd. I have no idea if that will work, but I'm gonna choose it anyway. I feel like maybe I should have chosen even.
Correct.
Alright, I got that correct. Did he get his?
No way we went a 12? 12? You know what? Let's switch it up. and go even for the win, baby. Let's go.
Incorrect.
And he did not. We are the winners. We won marbles in 12 rounds. That's crazy. That should have been in 5 rounds. But it wasn't. 12 rounds, but we got the W. Feels good. And we're going on to the next round. You will see me again.
No way. No way. Whatever. Subscribe to my YouTube, baby. With Cartman winning 9-8. And at the end of marbles, we cut from 36 to 18.
The players we lost this round, we lost player 1, we lost player 5, we lost player 42, 19, 4, 22, 23, 41, 20, 49, 27, 8, 31, 11, 46, 33, 21, and 50. So a lot of players were knocked out ahead of Event 4, which is going to be Tug of War. And now for Event 4, Tug of War. And here we are with the randomizer wheel. The first player, player 47, is the first member of Team 1. I'm spinning this on a Discord call with Devil's Rejects. The second spin lands on 43. Now 43 is the first player of Team 2. Then we have player 3, the first player of Team 3. Once we have the first player for all of our 6 teams, we'll do it again for the second player and third player. So 25 is on Team 4. Then we have player 54 on Team 5. And on Team 6, the first player is 15. Now we're about to start the second round for each team. First, we get player 26 added to Team 1. Our next spin is going to land on player 30, the second player for Team 2. For Team 3, they are going to add player 9, a very strong player of the remaining pool. Then for Team 4, they pick up player 29. Team 5, who are they going to add? They add player 10. And the second player for Team 6 is going to be player 36, Tice Gum. Now, Team 1's third player is player 34, another strong player so far. For Team 2, they are going to add player number 28. Team 3 is going to add player 14. Team 4 is going to add player number 13. And then Team 5 is going to add player number 7, co-host Devil's Rejects. Then player 24 is auto-assigned to Team 6. Now for our head-to-head matchups, Team 2 is going to take on which other team in our first matchup? Team number 1. These head-to-head matchups are secret until all scores are submitted, by the way. Our second matchup, Team 3 is going to take on, let's see, Team 6 it looks like. So 1 versus 2, 3 versus 6, and then by default, Team 5 and Team 4 will take on each other in our third head-to-head matchup. You can see me spin the wheel.
So after doing a spin for all the random teams 1 through 6, there really wasn't a standout to me because all the teams pretty much seemed, even for the most part. If you want to count Team 5, because 007's pretty much a beast at this. But, that's not me being biased. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
And previewing Event 4, in our first matchup, Team 1 versus Team 2. Team 1 has a stud in player 34, 2 other actives in 26 and 47. Team 2 has 3 active players with less experience, so I'm going to favor Team 1 slightly, but we have 2 active teams, so expect everybody to submit scores. Then in Team 3 versus Team 6, Team 3 has a stud in player 9, 2 actives in player 3 and 14. Team 6 has 2 pretty solid players in player 15 and player 24, then an absolute noob in 36. So whichever team submits more and whether or not player 9 can kind of carry team 3 versus the combined efforts of 15 and 24. This is going to be a very close, very interesting matchup. And finally, the team 4 versus team 5 matchup. Team 5 is pretty loaded. Devils, very good at Retro Bowl. Player 54, SLU Bowling, also very good. And then even player 10, Cartman Productions, is not bad. Team 4, you've got 3 less experienced players, so I'm expecting Team 5 to kind of dominate.
Let's get it started. Team 1 versus Team 2. Team 1, player 026 scored 365 points. 034 scored 339, and 047 ended it with 289 points with a total of 993. Then Team 2, 028 scored 366, 030 scored 198, and then 043 rounded it off with 145.
And in our Team 4 versus Team 5 matchup, for Team 4, player 13 got 153 points, player 25 got 203 points, and player 29 got 191 points for a total of 547. Kind of on the low end of even what I expected for them. Team 5, on the other hand, if we take a look at how they did, player 7, 256 points. That was the weakest of the team. Player 10, 322 points. Player 54, 267 points. So overall, they had 845 points and won by almost 300 points. So Team 5 advances very easily.
So for a little insight of tug of war, I mean, there's only one thing I can say. You roll once, you draft once, and you play once. I mean, be a man. So there's that. Anyways, on to Team 3 versus Team 6. Team 3, player 003 scored 177. Player 009, 353 points. And 014 scored 238. On to Team 6. 024 scored 508. 015 scored 136. 036, Ty Scott, was solid for his team with 0 points.
So my first teammate, 015, had finals to study for, but at least he got 4 games in. My other teammate, 036, got no games in because he played the wrong year. So basically, we could have advanced, but no, even though I completely carried, we still didn't make it because of 036.
So to recap the tug of war results, our odd numbered teams, Team 1, Team 3, and Team 5 won. Our even numbered teams, Team 2, Team 4, and Team 6 were eliminated. Player 24, you've got to feel bad for. He had 508 points on his own, and yet his team couldn't advance to the next round. So we lost 9 players this round. Out of the original 54, 45 are eliminated. 9 remain. We lost 9 more players this round. Those 9 players are player 28, player 30, player 43, player 13, player 25, player 29, player 15, player 24, and player 36.
And now, for Event 5, presented by Devils After Dark, it's Lights Out.
In Squid Game itself, Lights Out is where the strongest survive, because it was an all-out melee, and the weakest were eliminated. And we already have tests of strength in this event, so I wanted to flip it on its head and go with the test of weaklings. Field goals are for wimps, so we said whoever can get the most kicking yards will advance. Of the 9 players, everybody has 1 game to get as many kicking yards as possible, and then the top selection of players will advance to the final game, Retro Bowl game.
So for this event, me and School had a very, not heated conversation. So we just decided to leave it up to you, the players. And then after that, we set out a poll, and we came to the conclusion that we're keeping 4 players. So at this point, 007 being myself, decided to bow out since we wanted to keep the competition between the players and not someone that was helping run it. So with that being said, Let's move forward.
Player 3 had 529 kicking yards.
007, 253 yards.
Player 9 had 624 kicking yards. Player 10 had 749 kicking yards.
014, 592, 026, 463.
Player 34 had 616 kicking yards.
And lastly, 047, 649.
And player 54 had 379 kicking yards. So to get to our final for our top 4 kicking totals, player 10 had 749 yards. Player 47, 649 yards. Player 9, 624 yards. And player 34 with 616 yards advance. We're now down from 54 players to 4. 50 have been eliminated. New this round, we eliminated 5 players. We eliminated player 3, player 7, player 14, player 26, and player 54. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're finally here. The moment you've all been waiting for. Retro Bowl game. How it works. We have our final 4. We're going to spin the wheel. We're going to land on a game selection 1 through 17 for the 17 games of the 18-week season. Whichever game we land on, we're going to check everybody's scores. The lowest score that round is cut off, eliminated. Then we go back, we spin for a different game number. We eliminate the lowest remaining score from that game. And we'll do that one more time as we cut from 4 to 3, 3 to 2, and 2 to our eventual champion. We've got the wheel spins. We're going to show you guys this. This was streamed to Devils, so he was able to confirm the results. First, we have Game 14, and in Game 14, the bottom row is for our highest number player, player 47, who finished in 4th place. Up next, we spin the wheel again. Game 14, no longer an option, and we land on Game 17, the last game of the season. And with 15 points, player 34 gets 3rd place and is eliminated. So player 9, player 10. Player 9 the top row, player 10 the bottom row. Game number 12 is going to decide it all. And the bottom row, player 10 by 3 points, wins Retro Bowl game 46-43. Player 9 gets 2nd place. So player 10, Cartman Productions, is our champion. Congratulations to you, Cartman Productions, on winning Retro Bowl game. And before we do our true outro, I want to thank everybody involved in making Retro Bowl game. We had a lot of community support and a lot of community participation to make this possible and to get 54 players. I had leagues, I had individuals supporting us by promoting us in Discord servers, promoting us on Twitter. So I want to take a moment to recognize those guys. Links to everybody that was a partner of this project will be in the description of this video. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to check them out, support them by joining their servers. We have the Retro College Football Association, or RCFA, a 3-minute extreme college Retro Bowl league. We have the RFNA, a 2-minute extreme North American football team themed Retro Bowl league. We have the RTL, the Retro Triforce League, combined 3 different league concepts. They play the regular season on hard, the postseason on extreme, and they have a bunch of in-season events. Really cool league as well. We've got the RB NFL, the first ever Retro Bowl league, 3-minute quarters, hard difficulty NFL teams. We have the RB CDL, 3-minute quarters, medium difficulty, a full FBS college-themed league. We have the Retro Bowl Jersey Hub on Discord. We have Pacific HQ on Discord. My own server, we promoted things, of course. And I also want to thank Simon, the developer of Retro Bowl and the Retro Bowl Twitter account itself, for retweeting my event a couple of different times and getting a bunch of new eyeballs on my channel and what I do and on this project. So genuinely, thank you everybody who helped with this project and helped with this process. If I forgot anyone, I sincerely apologize. And the most important thank you of all goes out to my co-host, Devil's Rejects. He was the first person to really support this idea when not many other people supported it. He and I went back and forth, came up with the ideas for the events. He helped kick my butt, keep me on schedule, keep me focused with this project. He did the vast majority of the voice acting. We had a couple other voice actors that I'll credit in a little bit, but he did a lot of work with that, checking the forms, checking the sheets. So this would not have been possible without him helping behind the scenes a ton. Be sure to check out the Devils After Dark podcast. That's going to be the top link in the description because of how much help was provided from Devils to this project. So thank you, my friend. And with all of that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to leave a like. If you're new around here, subscribe for more Retro Bowl content. In the comments, let me know, would you want to see a Retro Bowl game too? What other events would you like to see? The server I made for this event is going to hopefully be like a Retro Bowl event server for events that I might host, that Devil's Rejects might host. I know several of you are familiar with my tournaments. That would certainly fall under the event category. So be sure to join that and give suggestions there as well. For our ending credits before I truly outro, of course, I did a bunch of graphics. I did a bunch of voices. Devils did a bunch of voice acting. I also had voice acting assistants from RPass and Crown. Robo-chan, even though I may or may not actually have featured the footage, sent me some video footage that I could use. So thank you to Robo-chan. We had Cartman provide some video. We had Braze with some video. Teddy with some video. We had only 2 calls away with some voice acting as well. So thank you to all of them. With all of that being said, that's going to do it for this video, guys. I'm G from Skull Gaming Network. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. And until next time, and as always, peace out.